Hello, hello, Budget Kings and Queens. Welcome to my channel. My name is Budgets with Elma, and on my channel, we do everything that has to do with budgeting and reaching financial freedom. Welcome, and your girl is back. I finally got electricity, and the hurricane has passed. Me and my family are doing okay, and thank you for the pour out of thinking of me, the prayers, those of you who reached out to me personally by contacting me because we're actually friends, not just on social media or on YouTube. And for those of you who reached out to me on all the platforms that I'm on, I was surprised and I was like, thank you. What a wonderful community to be part of, which is the budgeting and cash stuffing community. I truly appreciate each and one of you that actually reached out to me to see how I'm doing. And I definitely kept you guys in my prayers for those who live in Florida. Okay. And I hope that everything went okay for you. You and your family were safe and had no damage, and that you had a smooth time during the hurricane. As for me, we recently got our electricity. My pumpkin, she was off today and she didn't have any class, so she stayed home until the power company they had texted us and said they would be working on it, and we got it today. So your girl is recording today. Okay. But I am doing okay. I did not have any damage outside of my home, but a couple of things did get, a couple of bushes got um pulled out where they were, in the yard and everything, but we're doing okay. And then of course, the parking lot where I live was a little flooded. It wasn't flooded enough where we couldn't drive through it and your car died, but we were able to drive. But certain places we went, because I do live far from work, certain areas were flooded, and I was praying that my car would not die in the puddles. Okay. But you've been seeing on the news how bad it was. Some places had tornado and hurricane damage. But we just had just a little bit of water damage. Some of it went under my garage door, and some of my stuff in my garage got damaged, like all the stuff that I had in boxes. But other than that, we are doing okay. But yeah, we got our power back. So we are back to regular programming. So thank you for keeping me in your prayers. I truly appreciate it. Now, for today's video, for my Freebie Friday, I'm going to share with you some wonderful challenges that I have gotten from the budgeting community, and they are freebies. But more importantly, the ones I will be using are due to natural disasters. One of the things I have learned during this time, and of course I lived in Florida all my life, so some of these things that I will be talking to you about, I've been doing them, prepping for them, and been doing them for years. But these are just some tips when natural disasters are about to occur and what things you would need, and just a supply checklist. Okay. So one of the things you want to do is have cash on hand. If you saw my last cash stuffing video, majority of my stuff were cashless because I just left them in the bank for the key fixed expenses, and I just had a little bit at home. And also I had my binders as a backup where I could use it, and then once everything's back to normal, put the funds in. But I want to make sure that I create an actual natural disaster fund. Okay. I might call it hurricane or natural disaster. I'm not quite sure yet, but I might pull a poll on my community post, and maybe you guys can help me with that, with determining the name of this sinking fund that I will be creating just specifically for when there are disasters such as this. Okay. Whether it's hurricane, whether it's tornado, whether it's any natural, disasters, then I will have these funds available. So on the checklist, I would say you would need, of course, cash. Okay. And just because if the banks are closed for a certain period of time, you want to have some funds, you want to have drinking water, right? No matter where you live, that's like a key thing to have. But I mean, like cases and gallons, based on how many people are in your home, would be a doable amount. You want to have any medications you have on hand, first aid kit. You want to have some non-perishable foods. That means they don't need to be refrigerated and they don't need to be cooked in order to eat them, right? So you can eat them just like that, right? Because you may not have power. It all depends on what natural disaster that you may have, right? Depending on where you live in the world or what state you live in, right? You want to have a flashlight and batteries. You want to have candles. You want to have a cooler, right? Even if you lose power, the stuff you have in your freezer, you can pull them out and you could keep them in the cooler, and you could put your drinks on top of it, or you could just keep your frozen items in the cooler to save them so they can stay a little fresh a little bit longer. Okay. You want to have your important documents in plastic bags or Ziploc bags. You want to have paper towel or toilet paper, and that's the first thing to go. Even during the pandemic, that was the thing that was like the hot amenity, right? Everybody was grabbing it. There was barely none for you to find at the stores. Okay, so that was the same thing when it was during the hurricane time. Everybody was pulling that. You could barely find that. And of course, water was gone, like I mentioned before. And you want to have, your battery, your backup battery charger, the one that does not need to be plugged in, and it could charge your phone, your devices. You want to have trash bags after cleanup, or things you may need to pick up after the storm that may be, debris, or when you're cleaning aftermath. You want to have a portable radio that does not need to be plugged in, right? That has either a battery, or you fully charge it and only use it when there's a natural disaster. Okay. And you want to have a can opener, right? One that's not electric, of course, because if you don't have electric, you need to be able to use it. And if you have pets, you want to have your pets essentials, and you want to have your, if you have kids, okay, when I mean kids or infants, and there's certain things that they need, such as diaper, wipes, formula, baby food, you want to make sure you have all those baby essentials, okay? These are just little key things that I want to share with you during an emergency due to natural disaster, or a hurricane, earthquake, whatever your state may have that occurs a lot throughout the year. You want to just be ready for that. So that is what's the tips I wanted to share with you, and I just wanted to update you on how I'm doing. So let's get started. Today I am doing my Freebie Friday, and it is going to be a spicy edition because I will have some fives in the mix. I am currently working with $30, and the challenges that I'm using, as I said to you earlier, are for natural disasters, right? Hurricanes, earthquakes, and I want to share with you, and I want to let you know which content creator has created these freebies that I will be using in today's video, and where you can get a copy if you would like to start a sinking fund for natural disasters, hurricanes, earthquake, or whatever your state or country normally have on a regular basis that you need to save for. So this will be a new sinking fund that I will be creating, and all the funds that I save in this specific video that I'm doing here will go for that Pacific sinking fund. Okay, so let's get started. Let me move the funds. Okay, and these are the freebie challenges. The first one says Hurricane Emergency Fund. All right, and it's so cute, right, and simple, where you can color it in and you determine the denomination you would like to save. So that's the first one. And these that I'm showing you, okay, the first four are from Cash and Spanish, okay? All right, so this one says Survival Weather Emergency Fund. That's another cute one, right? This one says Tornado, which we experienced that a lot with this Pacific hurricane, right, in Florida, and it's Tornado Emergency Fund, all right? The next one is Earthquake Emergency Fund. And then these say Twister, right? And it's from Saving It Up, okay, from Marsha, okay? And I just cut 2 of them to have a total of 6 to start this spicy Friday freebie edition, all right? So let's get started. Let me fix them on my desk, and let's get the savings going. And I'm going to put them sideways just to see if they all can fit. Okay. Let's see. I'll bring some down. And let me know in the comments below, were you affected from the hurricane we recently had? Okay. And how are you doing? Okay. Put that in the comments below. Again, I will be linking where you can find these freebies if you would like to use them for your saving goals. Now, you don't have to save for natural disasters if you don't want, but if you would like to, these are helpful challenges to do so. Now, as I said, I will be doing some spicy in this challenge, right? So these challenges that I'll be doing. So I'll be going to put the 5s in between the 1s. And I currently have $30, guys, okay? So let's get started. I am going to roll my die, and The die will let me know which challenge to give the funds, but I will be doing 2 bills at a time. But if I land on a spicy, I'm just going to put the 5 just one time. I'm not going to add a 1 to make it 6. Okay, just to let you know. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my dice. Okay, and if you hear any noise in the background, my kids are in the room. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, and here's my die. Okay, and let's begin. Let me go ahead and write in the different numbers for the challenges. And I'll go ahead and use the purple this time around. And today was my first day returning back to work. Okay, so let me know if you had to return back, if you were in the affected areas in Florida, or are you off today? Okay. All right. There we have it. We have them numbered, and let's get started. Okay, so this landed on number 1. I'm putting $2 for number 1. Turn the denomination. Oopsie. Okay, I land on number 6. I put $2 for that challenge. I land on number 4, and I'm going to put, okay, I got a spicy, so that gets just the 5. I roll my die, I get number 1. Number 1 gets $2. And I roll, I get number 2, and $2 for that challenge. I roll my dice, and oh, okay, number 2 again. Okay, I see you, number 2. I roll my dice, and I get number 6. $2 for that challenge. I land on number 6. $5, a spicy. Okay, cinco dinero. I land on number 4, and number 4 is going to get $2. I roll my dice. Oh, this one keeps giving 6. Let's try, guys. Hold on. Oh, okay. Let me change the dice, okay? Because it's getting nonstop repeating numbers. And we want to try to give every challenge some kind of chance. Let's go. Okay, this is the new one, and it said 6, so I have to respect it now because it's a brand new one. I guess 6 is a lucky one. Oh, guys, look at that. What's the chances of that? Let me give it a good roll. Let's try a different hand, okay? Let's get different results. Okay, we got number 5. Number 5 gets $2. Okay, number 5 gets $2. Number 1 gets $2. Number 6 gets $2. Wow. Okay, okay. And we have one more left. I don't even need to roll the dice. It'll just go to number 3, okay? That way all of them get some TLC. Let me update the trackers. Okay, so for this one here, Tornado Emergency Fund, I have saved, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $8. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and color 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Okay, and I spaced them out because I'm using one color. So in another time when I do it again, I'll add a different color in between because I like colors on my challenges. The next one is this one here, and it is Hurricane Emergency Fund. And we have only saved $2. Ooh, no bueno. This is a bad $1 bill. Okay, the bank did me wrong. Okay, let me grab another highlighter, a couple of them. I don't need that many. And for this one, we're going to go ahead and let's, you know how I do it. I like a little yellow. All right, so we have just 2. Okay. And there you have it. $2 for challenge number 2. See? It's like God was saying it already knew how much it was going to get. Okay. And each of the icons are for $1. Okay. This one here is by saving it up. Okay. And it says Twister. And I have saved $1. Okay. So I'm going to color in one box. And for her challenge, she has predetermined the amounts. Okay. So I can only color one since I got one. All right, move to the next. And this one says Severe Weather Emergency Fund. Okay, warning, warning, warning. All right. And I have saved 5, 6, 7. Okay. So we're going to color 7. You and I. All right, you watch it, but I'm coloring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And this is for me to buy emergency fund essentials, right? Actually have an actual sinking fund for that specifically. Okay. And there we have it. The next one is this one here. And these are only saved by 2s. Okay. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get to color 2 boxes. Let's do a little purple. And let me know from the state that you live in, what natural disaster do you guys get often? Okay. Is it hurricanes, tornado, earthquake? All right. And if there's other ones, you can name them in the comments below. What is your state known for due to natural disasters? Okay. So I have this one and this one. Okay. And I've only saved 4 for this challenge. And last, and literally last, okay? And for earthquake emergency fund, okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that means 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Woo, $13. This is the winner for today, okay? And I believe I said 13. Was that right, EJ? I guess he has his headphones in. Let's double check that again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, 13. So I get to color 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So this challenge got the most out of all of them, okay? Okay, there you have it, kings and queens. I just want to show you I'm going to be starting a new sinking fund called Natural Disasters for any hurricanes or any things that may happen due to weather, okay, that I need to prep to buy supplies for me and my family. The essentials, right, to get ready for any storm. I will be starting the sinking fund using these funds I have here on my desk to specifically start that sinking fund, okay? So again, my name is Budgets with Elma. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing okay, and thank you for your prayers and checking up on me and my family of 5. Thank you, and I'll see you in another video.